Good morning. It's good to have all of you here today. We have a set of announcements and a number of guests. So I'd like to begin with Josh Underbrink from Activate Allen County for information on an upcoming bike rodeo. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us. I just want to invite everyone to bring their children age 5 to 12 years old to St. Gerard's parking lot this Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon for a bike rodeo. We'll be giving bike helmets away for at least the first 100 participants. We have bike safety checks and a number of stations to ensure that the children are being safe and are aware of the traffic laws when they're out on their bikes this fall and into next year. So we just want to encourage folks, come out, bring their bikes, make sure the parents do accompany their children down, 5 to 12-year-olds, down at St. Gerard's this Saturday for a great time.
Who are your sponsors?
We have a number of sponsors. I'd like to start off with the Northside Neighborhood Association. But then when we start kind of looking at our sponsors for our door prizes, we'd like to thank Crankers, the meeting place on Market, Starbucks, Big Beat Coffee, the YMCA, Regional Planning Commission, the Allen County Health Department, the Lima Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, the Explorers, the Fire Department, and the list goes on and on. But those are the ones that have really, stepped up the last few years that helped us out. We also have a few sponsors that have remained anonymous that just donated some bottles of water and things like that. So we've had a lot of help, and we just want to, encourage people to come out, make sure their kids are, protected with a helmet and know the rules of the road. Right, thank you.
Thanks, Josh. And Linda Hamilton is here from the West Ohio Food Bank. Linda, you want to come up? And I've got a proclamation to issue, but do you have some comments you want to make first?
Well, I would just like to say that September is Hunger Action Month, and many times I think most of us have access to food very easily, whether we can go to a fast food restaurant, go out to dinner in the evenings, or just even being able to go to the grocery store and select the foods that we choose and want to be able to do. So we encourage you to try to see for 1 week to see if you're able to, on $1 or $5 a day, be able to actually experience what it's like if you're a part of the SNAP program. They are able to get $5 a day for all meals, all snacks, for everything, and just encourage you to try to do that as well.
Very good. Well, as everyone knows, we live in an agricultural region, and we tend to take it for granted that we live among fertile farm grounds, which often provide us and frankly the world with food and goods. And there are a lot of folks who frankly don't have access to that product. And it's in that context that I'm offering the following proclamation. Whereas the West Ohio Food Bank is the largest food distribution system in West Ohio, accepting, storing, and providing truckloads of donated food to food insecure individuals. And whereas hunger, poverty, and health are issues of grave concern in the United States, in the state of Ohio, and Allen County, in the city of Lima. And whereas the West Ohio Food Bank is committed to taking steps to raise awareness about the need to combat hunger in every part of this region and provide additional resources to the communities they serve. Whereas the West Ohio Food Bank distributed more than 6.6 million pounds of food through its partner agencies to individuals in need of food assistance. Whereas a total of 185 programs, including emergency pantries, soup kitchens, shelters, daycare centers, and rehab centers, are partners of West Ohio Food Bank throughout its 11-county service area. And whereas the West Ohio Food Bank has incorporated numerous events throughout the month of September to bring awareness and attention to encourage involvement in efforts to end hunger in our community. Now, therefore, I, David J. Berger, Mayor of the City of Lima, do hereby proclaim the month of September 2015 as Hunger Action Month in our community, and I ask all citizens to recognize the value of the West Ohio Food Bank to our community and to join them in their generous support of this mission. in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused to be affixed the seal of the city of Lima this day of September 2015. In addition to all of those agencies, I really think it's really the human beings involved that we ought to be also kind of calling out. There's literally hundreds, if not thousands, of volunteers who are staffing these soup kitchens and variety of programs in the 11 counties, and we thank all of them for the work that they do. So, Linda,
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
good luck with your efforts this month.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And John Schneider is here from LACNIP Bob, come on up, to announce candidates forum for this fall.
Thank you. I'm John Schneider, past president of LACNIP, or Lima Allen County Nursing Partnership, and with me today is Bob Friedman, who's the current vice president of LACNIP. Yes, we'll be having a candidates forum for the candidates for president of Lima City Council. This will be on Thursday, October 1st. It will be held at the Fellowship Hall, St. Luke's Lutheran Church. We thank the church for letting us use their excellent facility. The candidates, both candidates have been confirmed as participating in this event. The moderator will be Dr. Matt Kinkley from Rhodes State College. The idea there is to have a neutral moderator. Questions will come from the audience. People can come and submit questions to the candidates. This is sponsored by neighborhood associations, but a person does not have to be a member of a neighborhood association to submit a question. In fact, everyone from the public is welcome. Everyone is welcome to participate in this event. LACNIP believes strongly that people should, in volunteerism and in civic life, being part of an informed electorate is part of good citizenship. So we ask the public to participate in this event, to ask questions, to meet the candidates, so they can choose wisely on Election Day. Again, that is Thursday, October 1st at 7 p.m. at Fellowship Hall at St. Luke's Lutheran Church. Bob, anything else I left out here? Okay, thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you, John. Given the new routines, voting routines, which involve early voting, it's really important, I think, that LACNIP has scheduled this early in the month of October, because voting actually is possible beginning, I don't know the exact date, but it's the early part of October. So the opportunity for candidates to inform voters is important as we get into now the month of September and the early part of October for that reason. So thank you. Pastor Tim White is here from the Lima First Missionary Church with an announcement about a program that he and his church are putting together. Pastor?
Thank you. Again, I appreciate the couple of minutes of time that you've afforded me. The recent trend of the senseless acts of violence upon the nation's members of law enforcement is extremely troubling to me. I know troubling to many of us in our community. But as some of you know, I'm an avid supporter of our safety services, all of them. And I have been involved in hosting and facilitating 9/11 memorial events within our community. But I think the support for our service members and officers should not stop there. That's why I'm here today, to enlist your help, the help of the media, the help of the press, to get out the word to the public that they can do something to show their appreciation and their support for these officers. So what I'm proposing is I would like to implement a Blue Wednesday throughout Lima and Allen County. It would be held specifically next Wednesday, September 16th. I would like to facilitate a very strong show of support for our local law enforcement officers by asking the public to turn on their headlights for that day. That's September 16th. And just in response to those, the recent murders that we have seen and acts of senseless violence upon our officers. I think they need to know that when they put their uniform on in the morning, the public, vast majority of us, stand behind them, with them, and as they protect and serve us, we're also there to support them. And I would appreciate any and all help in getting that word out. Thank you again very much.
Good to have you here.
Thanks.
And thanks for your efforts.
You're welcome, sir.
I think it really is a fact that there are 13 law enforcement agencies in Allen County, all of which I think are very much appreciated by the communities that they're a part of. And saying that explicitly matters, whether it's turning on their lights or greeting officers on the street or in the grocery store or wherever. So I think doing that in a deliberate way is an important demonstration of the support that we give our law enforcement officers. They're not just they don't just collect a paycheck. They are out there every day putting their lives at risk, providing a service for us, and most of the time, we just take it for granted. So I think what the pastor's calling us to do is not to take it for granted. So we will participate. Also this morning, from the YMCA, Jared and Emily, they have a couple of announcements about events coming up at the Y. Good morning.
I'm here in Jared's place. I'm not Jared Lehman, but I'm Dre White. I'm just here to talk about a few things we have upcoming, exciting this fall at the YMCA. The first would be our Fall 1 session of classes begins September 14th, so Monday. That'll kick off not only wellness classes, but aquatics classes for us. Wellness-wise, we have classes at all different times of the day, days of the week. We have a couple classes returning to the schedule this session, such as mat Pilates, and we also have a family yoga class as well, which I would like to talk about. The family yoga class is new to the YMCA. It'll be open, obviously, for families of the community, members and non-members. It is $8 for members and $24 for non-members. It'll be held Saturday mornings from 9:45 to 10:30. Open to all ages. We have 2 3-year-olds registered now, so it'll be kind of interesting but fun. So we're excited about that. The last thing I would like to talk about, we have our third race of our QP race series upcoming September 27th. That is our 4-mile race. It will be held at the Lima Family YMCA, and most of it will be ran on the Riverwalk. So prices for that is $13 with the decal or $10 without for non-members, and then $10 with the decal and $7 for without for members. So. And the last thing I'd like to do is I would like to welcome our Youth and Teen Director Emily Stewart. This is her second day with us, but she has some exciting things to say about Lego League.
We last night had our first parents meeting for our first Lego League for our middle school and high school, and tonight we have our meeting for our junior first Lego League, and that will be at 7:30 in room 305 at the YMCA, and that is open to any child in any of the Lima school systems, ages pre-K through 4th grade. And then on September 22nd, we are having our Young Achievers Fall Kickoff. Our Young Achievers program is a college and higher education access program for young people in the community. Students in 7th and 8th grade will work with a close group of dedicated volunteers from college, career, study skills, and how to be successful. I'd like to thank our volunteers that include members of the City Council, Ohio State Lima, and Rhodes State College. Thank you.
Can you describe the Lego League? What does that involve?
Sure. The Lego League is a collaboration between the Lego company, FIRST, which stands for Inspiration, Recognition, Science and Technology, and our YMCA. What they do is our students get a really great hands-on experience, and they get to build these really cool robots out of Legos. And they get to go to a competition where they get to challenge. This year's theme is Trash Trek, so they get to make trash into treasure, and they get to choose their problem and find a solution.
Sounds pretty neat.
It's pretty cool what they get to do. I'm excited to be involved.
Great.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Lastly, this morning, I'll just mention that on Friday, the Lima Auto Task Force is holding the Regional Auto Growth Summit at Rhodes State College. It starts at 9:30 and goes until about 1. We have a number of speakers at the event. We encourage representatives of business and industry to attend. Registration is $30, and it includes refreshments and lunch. So it's a good deal in addition to all of the information that will be shared. And folks can register via the Lima Area Chamber of Commerce website. So I believe that's all that we have for today, so we'll break down for individual interviews. Thank you all.